technique for organized rescuers to you know, to just have like another tool in the toolbox for a for avalanche rescue for organized probing. You know, it's not to replace like an open order or a coarse order. It's just another, you know, another way to find somebody that's, you know, buried in the snow. Through some of the study, or through some of the kind of studies and research over the last couple of, or the simulations that have been going on the last 2 years through this, and you guys will hear a presentation by Manuel tomorrow. Yeah, wrist to wrist, basically being about a meter and a half apart.
Up, right, down, up, right.
Okay, and stop real quick. So that lateral movement, 50 centimeters in front of us, place it there before we take our step forward.
Probe down, up, left, down, up, left, down, up, forward, and move forward.
Right. So
up, step left, down, up, probe forward, step, down, down, up, step right, down, up, probe forward, step.
Nice, nice. It's important to, you know, obviously for the line leader to keep everybody in line, but I think it's just important to keep yourself diligent, right? Right? You can't always rely on somebody else to tell you what to do. We're all professionals out here.
That you might have experienced by what we call reducing the personal noise. And that's, I wouldn't call it interference, but that's things that you carry on your body that mimic a reflector. They may not be a reflector, they may be a reflector. You may have a jacket that has a reflector in it, or the boots that have them in it, or you're wearing a helmet that has reflectors. And so these are things you need to work through as the searcher that's also equipped with RECCO, or maybe not equipped, but you're equipped with everything else, the GPS, the radio, the mobile phone, the computer on your wristwatch. I mean, the list goes on, right? And so we're going to work through that today. But for you folks that have never worked with the system before, we'll just do a quick 2-minute what RECCO is. So there's reflectors, and this is just a rigid one for training and a few other applications, but these are integrated into clothing, and you usually see a very made up in such a way that they will mimic a really weak one of these. A tough task right here with all of us and all of our equipment and what's going on. And so we recommend that you move maybe 20 meters off the staging area, or the, you know, where everyone's meeting up, the cache. And so I'm just going to walk over here until I don't pick up anything. And so what I want to do is I want to see if there's anything on me that's maybe going to become a reflector in itself, whether it's a reflector itself or a piece of equipment. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the power down 2 notches. 2 negatives. What that does is reduce the power to a level that's going to mimic the lobe that comes off the back. But I'm going to then take the detector and I'm going to point it to myself. And see how I rotated? I put myself between the detector and the clear horizon. And the reason I did that was I'm not sure what's over here. So I know it's clean behind me. So if I stand between the detector and what I know is clean, then I can do the search of myself to see what's potentially going to create a reflection on me. So I'm just going to check, you know, if it was... We recommend all transceivers get slid to your back. And when you're on their back, your body shields that transceiver quite well. And so you're not going to pick that up as personal noise. The other thing is, especially with the new Ortovox, all the way through the line, is they've integrated a reflector into their transceiver. So you can no longer just leave this here and become an effective searcher, because you're going to pick up the reflector that's in this transceiver. So slide it around your back, works great. Worked with this particular model all last winter, no problems. It's very easy to clear your personal noise by sliding this to the back. Probe line in play when you get there with the RECCO, that you try to work with your back to the probe line, because your body will shield that probe line. And once you work your way away from that probe line, maybe 20-30 meters, then you can go back into what we call like a normal search pattern, and then work your way around the search site away from that distraction, which would be all those rescuers potentially with reflectors or mobile phones or everything else you might catch. Any questions so far? I've been talking kind of